Hello. Welcome again to another Zero Streams. Thanks everyone for coming along to hang out with me this evening. We are drawing some more Pokemon families tonight. Hello, Watcher Zigzagoon. Watching another stream as this goes? Not a problem at all, mate. That's pretty powerful, being able to watch two streams at once. Some days I try to do that and it's just like I'm either watching one or the other. And hello, Bronze Leaf. It's been a while. I keep forgetting about the Monday streams. Not a problem at all, pal. Whenever you can come by, it's a good time to have you. And you know, they're always they're always just kind of me doing my thing, hanging out with whoever comes along. It's not like there's gonna be any lore or plot that you're missing. I follow some people who do game streams, and there's like a storyline, so you gotta make to every stream, or else you get completely lost, or you have to like catch up. So whenever we can have you, it's a good time. John is here, dual screen experience. Yeah, I got my, ever since I got my Cintiq, and, I've always had two screens at least, and it's so nice to be able to have all my work on the Cintiq and then have other windows open on the other screen. And now that I have an iMac, I can have my laptop on the side too, so I have three screens going technically. It's a nice time, but it is a luxury, and I certainly don't take it for granted. Let me just take a screenshot of this Slakoth real quick. It is the Slacker Pokemon. A Pokemon after my own heart. I'm quite the slacker myself. Oh my goodness. The eyes aren't even like they're drawn crookedly. That's how much of a slacker this Pokemon is. Hello, Rascal! How you doing? Always good to have a rat in the chat, you know? Let's read through the Pokedex entry and see what we can garner from this family. This family of Pokemon that we are going to draw tonight. This Pokemon is 2 foot 7 inches tall. I wonder if that's when it's standing up. I've never seen a Slakoth standing on its feet before. Let's check out the biology. Slakoth is a brown quadruped Pokemon with sloth-like qualities. It has coarse, shaggy fur with 2 dark brown stripes on its back. There is a scruff of fur on top of its head, and it has a large Pignite, that's a Gen 5 Pokemon. Pig-like pink nose. Try to say that 5 times fast. Pig-like pink nose, pink eyelids, and dark rings around its eyes. It has long, lanky arms, but shorter legs. Each paw has 2 sharp claws, and there are pink paw pads on the back feet. Its underbelly and red? I think it says, it's meant to say... I don't know what it's meant to say. I was thinking head, but its head isn't pink. Its underbelly and eyes, maybe? Eyelids? That's a really strange, typo there. Its reed are also pink. Slakoth lolls around and sleeps for more than 20 hours a day, which can make those around it drowsy. Since it does not move very much, it does not need much food and only eats 3 leaves each day. It's like the opposite of a Snorlax. Sleeps a long time but doesn't eat that much when it wakes up. Its heart only beats once a minute! Oh my goodness! What? I don't... That's weird. It is capable of regaining lost energy through most of its former signature move, Slakoth. It makes its nest former. former signature move, so it's not... I guess other Pokemon... Oh! Probably specifically Komala can use it now. It makes its nest in tropical forests and keeps the same one during its entire life. However, it can travel far by swimming in rivers. I'm a little sad that they didn't make the sloth Pokemon eventually turn into part grass, because a lot of sloths look kind of green due to the algae and stuff growing in it. Rat says, it's true, I'm the local chat rat. Zigzagoon says, dang, guy got killed just as he nearly beat the boss. Oh my goodness. Oh, so close. Has he been going for a while? Oh, what game is it playing? Bronze Leaf says Slakoth has paw beans, but only on its feet. I love. Ever played Risk of Rain 2? Risk of Rain. I haven't heard of it. That game is hard as rock. Once a minute, he's gonna live forever. And he's like, Bronze Sleeve, I'm with you. Is Slakoth okay? Someone help him. It's like he's just constantly close to death. Oh! Oh, look! Just as I said, I've never seen a Slakoth stand on its feet. Look, we have some feet cloths. What's up with these guys? Why is he so ready to fight? You know, when it stands on its feet, it really looks like a Vigoroth. It's so like I never really realized how much he looks like a Vigoroth until this day. Man. Just seeing it makes one drowsy. The way Slakoth lolls around makes anyone who watches it feel like doing the same. This is a very dangerous Pokemon to have around. Ratskull says, 0. I've never seen a Slakoth ever stand up. Slakoth, you fool! The way Slakoth lolls around, let's see, it eats just 3 leaves a day, satisfied. Other than that, it sleeps for 20 hours a day. Heart beats just once a minute. Whatever happens, it is content to loaf around motionless. It is rare to see this Pokemon in motion. It's like he's just comatose, basically. Like, Komala is literally comatose. I don't know which is sadder, Slakoth or Komala. I think Komala's still slightly sadder. Interesting. Let me see. I want to see its... Oh, I know! Okay, I know what this, Where is it? Where'd it go? This typo here, it's underbelly and it's rear. It's rear. It's butt. It's glutes. It's hiney. It's tush. It's buns. He's got a bright pink butt. Yes, exactly, Zigzagoon. Rat says, I love that even its leveling rate is slow. Yeah, it's got a brand. It's gotta you know, stick with it. Nyx is here, signing in from YouTube land. How you doing, Nyx? This is a chill Pokemon. Let's see what it turns into, shall we? Alright, Vigoroth, the wild monkey Pokemon. Just like how Game Freak probably doesn't know what a rat is. I mean, doesn't know what a mouse is. I don't know if they know what a monkey is, because they literally have it based off of a sloth. But now they're saying it's a monkey. I guess it's one of those Pokemon that changes species, but in this case, it changes from a sloth to a monkey to a gorilla. Height is 4'7" so it gains 2 feet. Biology. Nick says, I'm listening in while I shiny hunt. I hope I can be, entertaining, as we draw some, monkeys. And, Braun says, I forgot its shiny was pink. What a color. What are you hunting? Says Rat. Nick says, at the moment, Noivern. Rat says, ooh, sweet, good luck. Noivern's gonna be fun. Actually, no. Okay, so Noivern looks like one of those Pokemon that is really hard to get, but actually, there's just Noibats all over the place. So I don't know if that makes it easier or harder to get a shiny. Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Good luck. Get your act together, Game Freak. Vigoroth is almost as tall as me, and that's terrifying. I'm 5'4", I think, so it's like 1 foot shorter than me. Less than. Nick says, I'm really just getting my kill counts up, but I'm kind of focusing on Noivern. Get a shiny Noibat instead. Wait, so like, you're specifically encountering Noivern in the wild, or are you actually like getting Noibats and you're gonna evolve one? Okay, so the biology of a Vigoroth. The Vigoroth is a white sloth-like bipedal Pokemon with a teardrop-shaped tuft of red fur on its forehead. It has stubby ears, 2 small triangular teeth in each jaw, a brown lower jaw, and large eyes encircled by brown rings. There are 2 stripes on its back, which are also brown. Its arms are long, and its hands and feet have 2 sharp black claws. The undersides of its hands and feet have circular red pads, and its rear also has a baboon-like patch of red. The fur on its chest, tail, and sides of its maw are shaggy. Oh no, look at these boys! Look at these good boys! They're so sad. Oh, I love them! And I like this Vigoroth. I don't like this Vigoroth. This one has shoulders like a man. I'm not a fan of that. There's an area layer that has them flying around everywhere. It's terrifying. No thank you. Vigoroth is always itching and wait. How do you shiny hunt in shield, sword and shield, because you can't do the whole chaining anymore, right? Can't sit still for a minute, just like me. Always at work. Oh man. Is it like really boring at work and you just kind of you guys do that leg thing where you just kind of jitter it up and down whenever I have nothing to do? Yeah, it's hard. With me, I'm not one of those who can't sit still. I kind of fall asleep if there's nothing to do. Actually, I also fall asleep when there is stuff to do, so maybe I'm just narcoleptic. You can get shinies and raids and through eggs, as far as I know. Charlie, it's my username. Hi, I'm new. Welcome to the stream, Charlie. I am reading through Pokedex entries so that I can get a sense of these Pokemon, and then I'm going to draw a little illustration of them. So stick around if you want. Vigoroth is always itching and agitated to go on a rampage. It simply can't tolerate sitting still for even a minute. This Pokemon's stress level rises if it can't be moving constantly. That's a mood. Vigoroth is simply incapable of remaining still, even when it tries to sleep. The blood in its veins grows agitated, compelling this Pokemon to run wild throughout the jungle before it can settle down. Oh, but it can settle down. It can't keep still. The blood boils with energy. It runs through the fields and mountains all day to calm itself. If it doesn't, it can't sleep at night. Oh, poor baby. I feel like that's some kind of ADHD mood. It is always hungry because it won't stop rampaging. Even while it is eating, it can't keep still. Its heart beats at a 10-fold tempo, so it cannot sit still even for a minute. That seems like a medical condition. Like up here it seems like, oh, it's just its personality, but here it seems like if it doesn't use up that energy, it's gonna die or something. It's like the exact opposite of Slakoth's, I mean, Slakoth's problem. Is Slakoth's heart okay? Zigzagoon is reminding us that his brother has ADHD. And then Nick says, good news in raids. If you save before getting a shiny and fail, you can reset and try again. Wait, what? In raids? Wait. I always say I'm new when I'm new. Good to know. Very good to know. Thank you for coming by. Hold on. Rat says, I've heard that shinies are determined when they appear in the overworld, and that makes my anxiety spike. You kind of chain by just running into the same mon in a row, but the main thing is getting your kill counts up. Made it so that if you run into a Pokemon at a super high level that's shiny in the wild area, either impossible or very rare. I hate that, like, that you can't catch Pokemon that are higher than a certain level. It's just dumb. Yeah, it's like its whole evolution line. Are you okay? In conclusion, the Slaking line is never okay, and I have autism. That's totally fine. Y'all welcome. We don't have any judgment or any problem with that here. My only what's it called? Illness is I can be quite obnoxious sometimes. Let's see. We all have our hurdles, and we all have things that make us unique. So, gotta embrace them and work past however they impact our lives. Nick says, I do believe shinies are locked at higher levels than you can count. Interesting. Bronze says, okay, but to be fair, I binged the entirety of Shield in 4 days. Wow. Whew. That's a lightning run right there. Zig says, I cleared Sword in 28 days. That's a decent amount of time. That's February for ya. Charlie says, I also have autism, but I think I don't have it anymore. Is that even possible? I mean, autism is I've heard it's a spectrum, or it's like a salad bar, so it's like, kind of, you have certain, what is it called? Certain instances of it, I guess. I don't know. I don't know anything about medicine. Oopsies. Don't look. Yeah, so it's possible that certain things that are classified as on the spectrum could, you can move past them and they won't impact your life as much later on, or maybe like everyone changes as they grow up. Your brain is constantly changing. Chemicals are changing. Everything changes. And that can be a good thing. Let's see. Let's make this that size. Let's read our last Pokemon. That's a big boy. Slakoth is 6'7". Definitely a big boy. He's taller than me. But not only is he really tall, but he is a hefty boy. He is so heavy. Hello, Tewos. Welcome to the stream. It's so good to have you. Sub nerd. Let's see. Ron says, I ran into a shiny Diggersby during a raid. Didn't realize it. Ran away! Noticed it as I did so. Oh no! That's so sad. I'm so sad for you. I'm so sorry. Zig says, well, that was a blink and you'll miss spoiler. And I must have blinked. I don't think there was any spoilers. I'll have to see what was on that page later on. But I don't think technically there's any spoilers. It's just probably wasn't supposed to open that. Must have blinked. Hello, very, very quiet. I'm hunting wabbit. Oh my goodness, I never realized, but Elmer Fudd talks in Uwu. Ouch. Hey Zigzagoon, good to see you. No, Wabbit season. It hurts. To be honest, I know a JVN spoiler. Zig says, couldn't have hurt as much as when I traded away my Carablast. Aww. Was it a shiny Carablast, or do you just really, really like Carablast? Okay, let's read the biology. Slaking is a large, bulky, ape-like bipedal Pokemon. Most of its shaggy fur is brown, along with the semicircle patterning under its eyes. Its face, chest, hands, and feet are lighter in color. Its brows are thick and lined with thought. His head is highly domed. Sorry, I'll stop singing cats. And it has a large pink pig-like nose. Around its neck is a white collar of fur that extends over the top of its head before ending in a small tuft. It has large 5-fingered hands and 2-toed feet. During most of the day, Slaking lolls around and sleeps. It is considered the laziest Pokemon, but even when it is lounging, it's saving energy. It can exert a lot of power by releasing built-up energy all at once, and can regain lost energy through the use of its former signature move, Slakoth. Slaking lives in tropical forests where it feeds on grass and ripened fruit that falls from trees. It only moves around when there is no more food within reach for it to eat. Now, the past two Bulbapedia entries gave us some really good anime clips or like screenshots. This one though, this is pretty generic. Just a slacking off. This one's pretty cool. I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. I do like the idea of like the gym leader not being able to get his Pokemon to actually fight because he's just slacking off. Nope, I was just hoping to trade back after evolution, but it never happened. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that's a betrayal if I ever heard one. Pretty upset about it. That sucks. I had to kill a shiny Salandit and it still haunts me. Why? Why would you? Zigzagoon says, still am upset about it. Nick says, I named him and everything. Braun says, I just want to get my Gigantamax Toxtricity. I don't know what that is. Zigzagoon says, so I'm re-scripting that incident for my story as it died of heart problems. Oh, that's even sadder. Though a betrayal could be pretty cool, like as a plot point. Nick says, then a shiny girl popped up, so I had to kill him. Oh, man. Charlie says, I don't know a lot of Pokemon. That's alright. We are mostly just drawing here, but we also talk about Pokemon. We like Pokemon a lot here. Ron says, I miss my boy Butterbean. He was a good Slaking. Oh, sadness! You don't know what Toxtricity. It was added in Gen 8 as the Evo Toxel. Oh, I think Toxel's the baby, right? I don't know what Toxtricity looks like though. I'm staying blind to everything Sword and Shield, as I am playing through Sword and Shield blind. So I haven't even looked up any of the Pokemon evolutions and such. I only just yesterday saw what a Raboot evolves into, and yee! Restreamio is giving me a message. I've received 100 messages with Restream chat. Congratulations, everyone. Mazel tov. I wish I had a Nintendo so I could play Pokemon or some other games. You should get yourself one. Speaking of which, did you fight the shy guy? The shy guy? Oh no, I haven't fought him yet. No. It'll be next. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay. I'm gonna never mind. I'm gonna put a pin in that. And I'm not gonna think about it. I'm distressed now. But let's move on. Let's move on. Okay, let me see. I forgot to take a picture of slacking. Let me pull up a picture of slacking. Take a. Oh wait, I did take a screenshot. He's right here. I have a screenshot. Preview. And then I put you down here. Okay. And then just pull this up. Let's get rid of this window. Charlie says I don't have Nintendos in my country, I think. Oh, I'm sorry. Zig is like, you're distressed? Yes, I'm distressed. Bronze is my favorite shy boy in the whole world who I'd protect with my life. Okay, so I'm gonna draw each of these lazy boys. We didn't get to learn about Slacking's heart. We don't know if it beats too slow or too fast, or if it's like gone back to normal. So in Pokemon Shield, I'm playing Pokemon Shield currently on stream on Sundays, every Sunday at the same time as this stream. I'm going in completely blind, right? So I don't know anything of what's happening. I did find out last stream that the next gym is the Ghost Gym. I haven't done the Ghost Gym yet. I'm right outside of the Ghost Gym. And this whole time, this old lady keeps popping up, and she's like scary, and up until just now, I thought she was the Ghost Gym leader. And now I'm distressed. I like thought she was speaking in third person when she said Alistair's gym. Like, I thought she was just talking about herself, but in the third person. I was like, oh, that's not a feminine name. That's an interesting name, but she is pretty quirky, so maybe. and now I'm like, cause like earlier I was also talking to a friend of mine who's like she's got sword, and she was like saying, I'm torn because the fighting gym is cool, but the Ghost Gym leader, and I'm like, oh really? I don't know. She's weird. And she didn't correct me. Maybe she wanted me to be like, I don't know. Maybe she thought I thought that Alistair is a girl. I don't know what's happening. I was like, it's like, no, now I have to like right this wrong. She thinks that I don't like Alistair's design. I love the little shy guy. I love the boy. He's a good child. I was thinking of the lady. And you're right. Like she does have a cool design. Like I think it's neat. Oh, it's just every time the camera pans over and I see her, it like scares the ghost out of me. Oh my goodness, Tails, if you're around, the next episode should be Zero doesn't stand a ghost of a chance. Let's see. You're lacking in slacking. Joke's on you, it doesn't have a heart. Zig says, Opal? Yep, Opal. Drawing Easy says hi. Hello, Drawing Easy. Welcome to the chat. Thanks for hopping in. I'm just drawing some Pokemon today. Since I've not really drawn the Slakoth line, I'm just gonna, as always, draw the standard what it looks like in the Pokedex or this little official art thing, just to familiarize myself with the design. I see better with my pen. You know, I can look at a design all day, but I'll never really understand the inner workings of it until I've given my hand at drawing it. And it may not look like the best, you know, I'm not going for a good piece of art or like great proportions or anything. I'm just letting myself know that, you know, this arm goes here and is like this, and such and such and such. For some reason, I'm noodling the doodle. I'm noodling the doodling for this, which I usually don't do on the first round, but I think my brush is too big is what's happening. When I make my brush a little big, I start to zero in on the line quality. Let's draw Vigoroth. Vigoroth, I do not like the tuft on its head. It's in such a way that it kind of like it bothers me. It's like when you have something pointing right at your... Do you guys get this feeling where if you point between your eyes but you're not touching your face yet, you're not like touching the forehead, but you're really close and just like your fingers almost touching? Do you feel like a pressure, almost like a magnetic pressure on your brows? I get that, and it feels weird. But yeah, it's like something on his face that shouldn't be there. I don't want it to be there. Take it off. It kind of throws off the my understanding of the proportions of his face. I've been trying to draw more Dumbo rats lately, because even though I don't prefer them, I think I might be getting a Dumbo ear rat, and so I should probably add Dumbo to my repertoire of rat creatures that I can draw. So far I've only ever drawn... Okay, see, like, so here's... We already can see where I'm running into issues. I want to put his eyes close together, but then I can't get his tuft, his hair tuft. You know? Like, his tuft has to come from his nose, but his face is so flat. It's weird. So his eyes have to be further apart. There we go. And then this little like jaw part is brown, so it's like he's got a big old manly chin with like a stubble that he hasn't shaved off yet. But I'm just complaining about drawing Vigoroth. I actually really like Vigoroth's design as a Pokemon, you know? There are a lot of designs in Pokemon that I really like until I have to draw it. And then I start having issues with it. But Vigoroth's design is one of them where I actually really like it. For a while, it was actually on my favorite Pokemon's list. It's one of my favorite mid-stage. Let me catch up with the chat real quick. Yeah, no, Ziggs, that's why. I did see the opening ceremony. I know what he looks like. And I just forgot, okay? I forgot what type Opal is, and I forgot completely about the shy boy, the shy guy. He just like, I just saw her and she was always there and she scared me. So I thought she was the ghost type trainer. Crazy old lady. So you have Pokemon Shield. I think that's the one where the ghost gym is. Yep. Yeah, it's the ghost and ice gym over the fighting a rock gym. Oh, Rocket Fire. Thank you for the follow. Good to have you on board. Sorry while I catch up with the chat. It's Ghost Eyes over Fighting Rock. I don't know. I haven't looked anything up. Unless you have Obstagoon. At least the Linoon. I'm gonna have an Obstagoon by next stream. I'm gonna upgrade. I'm gonna level up my Linoon 2 levels to get there. Noodlin' and doodlin', 0-2020. Nope. Can't say I do. I get what you mean. It looks like it would be mad annoying to have that tough. Yeah. It's just like always like I wanna cut it off. Hello again. I had to go for a sec, but I'm back. Oh, Tails, you missed it. My facial hair merges with my chest hair via the throat. Oh my goodness. Is there any Pokemon that aren't based off an animal? Of course. There's a lot that are based off of objects and a lot that are based off of like concepts and spirits, and it's all sorts of cool. There's a Pokemon for almost everything. In fairness, the opening ceremony is kind of a lot going in at once, so it's hard to take away a lot of information. But like Alistair was even in the trailers, you know, like he was part of the marketing. I remember seeing him before the game even came out. Honedge. Whoop, I missed a bunch. Klefki. Rat Skull says, I'll be honest, I haven't looked twice at Vigoroth, but I love seeing people draw Pokemon because it makes me go, oh yeah, I do like this. I like to draw Pokemon for that reason. I want to make a list of my least favorite Pokemon and then try and find something about each one that I can like by drawing them, either by making a character out of it or finding something about the design that I hadn't like considered before. Did you know that there's a kitty face hidden in Cryogonal's design? Like, I really don't like Cryogonal, but I might like it a little more now that I can see a kitty. But, look at his tiny little legs. I love it. And I love how he's just like this stark white, and then he's got this red, like, you know, this big redness, spot on his face. But then the rest of him is pure white. It's a nice looking color scheme. Everyone goes on about black and red, but I'm a fond of the rising sun, as it were, I guess. Which one's Cragno? The big snowflake. The one that's like... I don't remember what it looks like, and it has like circles, and then it's like an eye. Something like that. Like Canada. Yeah, like the Canadian flag. Let's see. Sorry, I thought I had a sneeze, but it didn't come out. Klefki, Bron says Klefki is literally keys. And I must disagree, Bronze, because Klefki is actually a keychain. I tried to sip my water like I was going actually, and it went up my nose. It feels weird. Okay. Also, Sawi, I am highlighting this theme. What I missed. Tails, I was saying next stream, we should title it Zero Doesn't Have a Ghost of a Chance. Or what is it? Doesn't stand a ghost of a chance. Charlie says, I think the only Pokemon I saw that isn't an animal is a Pokemon that's a key. Yeah, that's the Klefki. Let's see. Red and white. Love that idea. I don't believe in hating Pokemon because there's something good about all of them. Zig says, like Canada or Japan. I just noticed said the name of the Pokemon I said. Yep. It's called Klefki. Trubbish. Believe it or not, Meowth is actually based off a statue. Zero don't die. And Tails says, I will absolutely name it that. Thank you. If one of us can remember to say it at least once next stream, then we can use it. Alright, let's draw Slaking. I'm gonna move the screen over. I'm gonna be good this time and move it over so y'all can actually see what I'm drawing. Okay, I'm not... There. Give myself a little more room. A wee bit more room. Okay, let's see. This one I'm not gonna make very pretty. He's not a very pretty fellow. I will be, honest, but what I mean is I'm not gonna, focus on the line work. I'm just gonna try and remember myself about what he looks like. He's got a big ol' beard, right? Big brows, big thick brows, rings under his eyes. Because despite all the slacking off, he probably doesn't get enough sleep. Big old bald head. I hate big old bald heads, on Pokemon. I'm not saying if you have a big old bald head that I hate your head. No, I'm not talking about y'all out there. But I'm thinking of specifically 2 instances of a big old bald head in Pokemon that is weird to me. You got Slaking. It's just I want to smack it, you know? It's just so big and bald. And the other one is maybe controversial, but I can't unsee a big old bald head on Mightyena, and it bothers me because he has this 2 white spots that come up on his head, and it's just so round. It makes it look like I don't know. It's weird. Zig says I don't see it. It might just be me, but I've always seen it like that, and I can't
highlighting something else too. I'll highlight something else too if you want, but I'm definitely getting the Teletubbies bit. Good. Very good. Are you highlighting the eggs too? Please highlight the egg section. Where I'm like reading the thing and then I read it wrong. Yeah, so Meowth is based off of the Come Hither statue that people put in their shops to welcome in good fortune. I'm still tempted to name this last stream Eggs. Just straight eggs. Just eggs. Forgot to put someone in my comment. Yeah, I just noticed someone said the name of the Pokemon I said, right? Is that correct? Also, highlighting Teletubbies, some clips, Nyx. I'm going to use that. Wait, an excellent stream. Can those count? Wait, have some clips too. Yeah, feel free to clip the stream. We'll look through it, you know. And it'll be fun. It's a good time. I love it. I love clipping Tails' streams. Just like parts that stood out to me, and as a streamer it's really fun to like go through and watch like what stood out to people, what people took away, what they thought was like awesome moments or whatever, or funny moments, or as I like to do failures, like cut screams from Nyx, or Tails just you know, going crazy about something. Okay. That's a Slack King. My Slacking looks really small. It looks so small when I draw it. I don't know why. Okay. Let's think of some concepts now. We need to put all three of these boys together. And so far right now I have only 3 ideas, so I'm gonna sketch them out real quick. And we'll see which one sticks. There's an example of one I made. I will have to watch that later, Ziggs, as I am currently streaming. So the first one would be I don't know how to do this. Like what angle to do it in. If I put Slacking here, and then Vigoroth here, where would maybe Slakoth right here? Maybe like that. Okay, so you might be confused, but here's what I'm thinking. Okay? Vigoroth. I can't draw Vigoroth. Right? With a paintbrush or a pencil or something. Maybe sketchbook. Slacking. Draw me like your French girls. Basically. Which would be a weird pose, I think, because then I would have to draw Slaking from the back, and on the one hand, you don't often see it from the back, so I guess... Actually, that's not true. You see it from the back all the time if you have a Slaking, because then you have to, like, you know, stand behind it. I kind of like how his feet is right here, all, like, dainty. You know? I don't know if his butt is, like exposed, like Vigoroth. So, I don't know what the bun situation is. I'll have to look it up. I hope I don't get, content flagged for inappropriate content. And then I don't know what to do with Slakoth, so I'll probably just stick him in the back. You know, just kind of melting. Just kind of melting away. A lot of these Pokemon drawings, these Pokemon family drawings, I like to draw Pokemon in angles that I don't normally see them in, or in, you know, situations, poses that are interesting. So this could be a fun one. A dainty dainty Slaking getting his portrait drawn by, a Vigoroth. I can look at the back sprites. I'll probably do that right now. Slaking. I wasn't because I didn't have the page up, but I'm gonna pull it up right now. Take a look at his honey. His backside. Oh, he doesn't have... His bottom is not exposed. He has the fur coverings. Thank goodness. I support Vigoroth and his art career. Very good. Thank you for the clip, Zigzagoon. Hold on. It's half the stream. Hold on. Gosh, you guys. I need to all look like they're like 63 years old. Change my mind. Rat, I can't change your mind if you're right. I'm absolutely highlighting the eggs and the sculpture bit. Here's a sample of one I made. Well, here's one. Egg is just leg without the L. Scream! Screamed a lot. Egg. Leg. It's like half the stream. Watching these streams makes me want to draw too, but I also want to play Pokemon Shield. Play Pokemon Shield! Live your dreams. I just installed Twitch Studio Beta. I happen to be considering streaming as well. That sounds great, Ziggs. What do you think you're gonna stream? No worries, oh geez. Oh my god, this is a concept. Zero, no. Seems simple enough, do it. Can't you look at the back sprites? Getting cake back. Zero, I support Vigoroth. You need to move that arm. It looks a bit inappropriate. Okay, but where would I put it? Like here, maybe? Problem is I can't make it too high up or else it'll block off, blocks Vigoroth. Maybe make it further back? Yeah, I kind of like this one. I'm gonna try another idea. A simpler one would just be, Slaking, you know, like,
leaning against a tree, sitting against a tree or something. And the others just kind of sleeping against him. Problem with this one is Vigoroth probably wouldn't be able to sit still, you know? What if instead of being peaceful, so like Slaking is sitting around and Vigoroth is just playing with Slakoth. I'm getting confused with all these names. Slakoth, Slaking, Vigoroth. They either all like they're either starting the same or ending the same, but it's not consistent. Okay, I don't really like this one. Let's move on. I mean, like, Vigoroth has to be able to calm down at some point, right? So, like, what if they were all sleeping like cats, you know, just like curled up? Or like, you know, curled up like babies. And then Vigoroth can be like, Vigoroth is the one I'm mostly thinking of, because him curled up would be a very cute, you know, white kitty. Especially since he has stripes, it just makes it... It's just, makes it more kitty-like. Just tiny little ears. Except it would be the opposite, wouldn't it? It would be big top, small back. Another one I was thinking of is them all three doing the monkey spanking their butt kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about? I don't actually know how to draw it. Hold on. I had it in my head. Okay, I think it's this arm that has to... Um, Vigoroth. Actually, it kind of just looks like they're pointing at their butts. Maybe I'll save this one for Chimchar. I like this one. I think I'm gonna go with this one. And I'm gonna scale Vigoroth Slaking just slightly down so I can make Vigoroth a little bigger. And also bring him up. Maybe not bigger. Maybe it's not bigger that he needs to be. Maybe it's just further away. So I can actually draw more of him. Should he be standing or should he be like sitting? You know? I need him to look a little less excited. I need you to tone it down just a little bit, buddy. Okay, nose, fur face. Okay, and then I got his canvas over here. Right. Like that. This is the second canvas easel I've had to draw for these Pokemon families. First one being for, you guessed it, Smeargle. I don't like drawing easels. In a perfect world, I would be able to have Slakoth holding the drawing pad. But won't be able to see him at all if he was.
Vigoroth looks grumpy now. Let's see. Scrolling up, let me catch up with the chat real quick because I was working at trying to get the concept down. So let's see. Someone left. Who left? Had to get cake. Watanui Matanui online game. Okay, bye. Bye, Charlie. We start. Nick says I put the hand on the hip where you can see the hand. LOL. Yeah, that's better. I have 92 hours in Pokemon Shield. No, for real. Okay, that's really cute and wholesome. But Vigoroth is a hyper boy. You could do slacking, slack off, sleeping, and Vigoroth trying to wake them. Like guys. Oh, that's cute. Just save to start up CSP and draw. Oh man, you binged it real hard. Haven't been working on the decks for a bit. 4 days, not 2. Wait, no, this is cute. Yes, it is. Will seems out of character for Vigoroth. Slakoth doesn't have ears. He doesn't! Oh no. Slacking, I mean. Either. No ears on either of them. Vigoroth has ears. Can we talk about how Vigoroth is the only one with ears? Is that why he's always losing it? He can't handle the knowledge of hearing. Yeah, do something else. Please do. Standing. I have arrived. The Polar has arrived. Hi, Polar. We were just talking about Makuta Naigi. Makuta? Makoto Naigi. Polar. Kidding. Yes, it's okay. I know you're all very excited that the king has arrived. Oh, Vigoroth looks grumpy now. Hey, Polar. We were just talking about eggs. Green eggs and ham. Sup, it's Julian. Hiya, guys. Everyone's showing up tonight. It's a popular night to be out and about on the town where we clown, get down. But like, we're not talking about the Teletubby slumber at 10 feet tall. Hello, Julian. WWSD. What would Schmeargle do? Can you tell I'm highlighting that night's stream? Fuller's like, Tails, I regret to inform you that the mania of that stream has worn off. You can say eggs and Teletubbies all you want. Virus Bass says, hi, Zero. Tails says, I thought that I was always allowed to say Teletubbies, but just not the word lumber. Lumber is also fine. The Teletubber's lumberjack career is an A-okay. That's weird. The high is gone. He gained ears and lost them. But hi, Virus! Thanks for coming by! Let's see what I can do. Because... not sure. I kind of like don't want to draw an easel. I just don't. So I'm wondering. I think his tail would go over there. And yeah, maybe if it's a paintbrush instead of a... No, I like a pencil. So let's make this a sketchbook instead of a canvas. Um, I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleep all night and I work all day. I actually work half days. That's pretty good. I technically should work half days too. He gained ears and lost them. Now he can sing about being a lumberjack. Now he can pursue an artistic career in acting. Let's see. I had to go to the auto store today. They my tire light came on on Saturday when I went to watch Frozen 2. I went out to watch Frozen 2 on Saturday, and engine light came on. Went to watch the movie because it was like I was meeting with someone, and afterwards I went to the car shop. They said they were closed, so I'm like, okay, I'll come back on Monday. So Sunday I drove to church and back, and today I had to drive to work, and then after work I went to the car shop, and I was thinking, oh, it's nothing. It's like the pressure is probably down a bit, right? Like that's probably all it is. They pulled like a 3-inch nail out of my tire. It was like this huge... I have no idea how that got stuck in there. At the angle that it was, too. So yeah, I'm really glad my tire didn't explode this weekend. But I got to see Frozen 2 finally. It was actually pretty good. It's, I think it's better than the first movie. And I can't wait to see Sonic this coming weekend. I have a Valentine's date with Sonic the Hedgehog. So yeah, I've been catching up on some watching. Next week is also Katsucon, I hear. So anyone going to Katsucon, I hope you all have a good time. My friend's been trying to catch up with some games and stuff so that when she goes, she doesn't get spoilered. Me, I ain't going. I haven't really gone to a convention in a long time. I went to, I think, 2 or 3 conventions. And then I started tabling, and I tabled for like, I think 2 or 3 conventions. And then I just, I like going to see the artist alley and to see the different cosplayers and stuff. So tabling is perfect for me, cause then I can I can see those 2 things, because everyone, I don't even have to go looking for the cosplayers. They just come to me. It's like a cosplay parade. I just sit in one spot and they like walk by and say hello to me. And I say hello to them. And it's not weird because I'm selling stuff. And then I get to walk around Artist Alley, and I basically... I try to make enough money to pay off my con ticket and the table. You know, like if I can break even, then that's awesome. If I don't, well, I at least got to go to a convention, and I didn't, like, you know, I made back some money is my reasoning. It's like, otherwise I probably, if I came here without tabling, I would have spent just about as much, if not more money to come, and would have had about the same experience.
Slakoth has some funny feet. I want to capture that funny feet. The way it kind of turns in. But I might do something Sonic related next week on stream. It is fan art February. I haven't really done any fan art. I know I'm doing Pokemon, so that's technically Pokemon fan art, but I don't really count drawing Pokemon as fan art because I draw Pokemon all the time, so there's nothing special to it. My problem with drawing fan art is a lot of the times I like stuff because of the style that it's in. And so when I draw it and it's like in my style, I don't like it as much. It like loses the charm that I had liked it for, you know? If I'm gonna and this is something I've been thinking of, if I want to go back to tabling, I'm gonna have to do more fan art. And like there are shows that I really want to do fan art for, like Mob Psycho. I would love to have something at my table that's Mob Psycho. But I don't want to just draw the characters, because I'm not very good at just drawing a character and making it look good. As you know from like a lot of these Pokemon families, I want some kind of concept. I want have some kind of concept to it. But whereas Pokemon are like different species, and you can just imagine like if, you know, this situation or this Pokemon species was a character in this way, you can come up with a sort of situation for it. But with a lot of anime, it's like the story's there. The characters are like very specific. It's not like I can just make up something for. I mean, I can, but my brain doesn't let me, because all I can think of is, oh, I like that character because of what they did, or like their progression in the show. But I can't just redraw the show. Oh, I should do some My Hero stuff too. I need some Bakugo on my table. Bakugo and Reagan from Mob Psycho. Absolutely need to add those two boys. Hi, Leonard! Leonard is here! Is this the Rockaby Venus by Velasquez? Johnson, did the nail go in through the side or through the treads? It was kind of in the side, but also like under. It was like under and to the side. They patched it up. Leonard said, I've been watching 3 movies a night, prepping for the Oscars, and I'm movie burnt. I heard Toy Story 4 won the best animated picture. Rip Claws. So are the Oscars out, or like what's the time frame on the Oscars? I don't know what's going on with that. Let's see. This hand would have the thumb going like that, I think. Leonard pulling out his art history references. Very nice. This is actually a Titanic reference. It's Draw Me Like One of Your French Girls. If you want to make a art history reference, maybe it's closer to Ophelia. Is that her name? Olympia? I can't remember. The that one naked girl that like got everyone upset. Nix, if you're talking about inappropriate hand placements, that's definitely the one I think of. I'm always like, man, why did they have to put it right there? Like, right there. Couldn't they have just slightly? It was probably intentional, honestly. The whole thing was probably some kind of stunt. Olympia, was it? By who did Olympia? Was it Monet? No, couldn't have been. Monet draws those pretty landscapes, right? Let me give him like some luscious hair in the back here. Night. Night, Ratsko! Good night! Thanks for coming! Who's Boogie Storm, you may or may not be wondering? Wait, hold on. Been watching 3 movies a night. Are you all caught up though, Leonard? That sounds like a lot. Tail says, okay, highlighting is done! Woo woo! Sonic is best Pokemon. Just got back from watching Boogie Storm perform. On the other stream, Zero, that just means you draw fan art all the time. Yes, but it also means I have to do some other kind of fan art for Fan Art February. You get what I mean? I'm not saying I'm not drawing fan art all the time. It's just that it doesn't count for February. Zigzagin says, who's Boogie Storm? Well, basically, they're Imperial Dance Troopers. What? Bron says, me. I'll draw seriously. Also me. Draws dumb memes with Pokemon. Yes! Virus says, I would say the Oscars are a ripoff, specifically in animation, but a few years ago, my country won their first Oscar ever on animation short. Aw, man. Yeah, Oscars... The Oscars have not been kind to animation. Absolutely. I mean, if Boss Baby can get a nomination, I don't think there is any, there's any, what's the word? Integrity in the Oscars when it comes to animation, at least. Should say, Leonard says they had to put the hand right there to convey her indecency, to cover her decency. No, I don't think so. There could have been a numerous number of ways on how the hand placement could have gone. Oh, it was the one that she was based on, I think. Yeah, it was the painting that... I'm gonna look it up. Hold on. Oh, actually, Leonard put it down. Olympia by Monet. Yeah, okay, I got it. So, like, Olympia by Monet is based on another painting, and that one has some weird hand placement, I think. I think I'm remembering correctly. Kind of missed Adestra, Pain and Glory, Richard, Joel, Harriet. Watched everything else. Wow, that's impressive, I must say. I tend to watch things way after they're cool. I just kind of don't get on it until I have completely forgotten, and then someone else drops it on me to like watch it. Usually my sister. My sister watches a lot of movies. and rewatches. I don't know how she has so much energy to like watch everything and then like rewatch things. I think she's watched Friends like multiple times. Okay. Let me see if I can fix his eye there. And bring his arm down slightly so it can be actually bracing him against the ground. And I think that does it. For the sketch. Let me think about this for a second. How do I want to render this image? Do I want to paint it or do I want to just line it? I don't know if I'll have enough time to paint it. I haven't painted in a long time. So I might be rusty, you know? Thanks. Also, next year we won Best Foreign Language Movie. I didn't know that was a category. Watched The Irishman twice, and it's very slow, and 3 hour long, but I'm glad I did it. Because I didn't enjoy it the first time. I went from, like, trying to do Irish to then turning pirate. My second watching revealed some intricacies I missed because I was paying too much attention to the plot and not enough to the emotional arc. That is a tricky thing. Yeah, to make sure that you're you know, what's actually important here. Let me, I think I'm going to start with some line art, and I'll see how I feel. Be a little looser in the line art, right? Da, 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 da. I thought you would have known. Wait, so your accents need work. I thought you would have known from the Swish streams. Yeah, I guess that's why the Star Wars sequel trilogy wasn't so hot. Too many people focused on the plot rather than emotional arc. Sure. You'd think so, but I'm stupid. Don't call yourself stupid. Just think of it like you believed in me. It was unfounded, but you thought, well. My favorite Oscar moment was on the red carpet on some channel in Latin America cable. They didn't know the name of Billie Eilish and called her green hair pop star. Nice. Also, yeah, Pillar says, you'd think so, but I'm stupid is a big mood.
I never pretended to say I was good at accents. I only do them because they're fun. When one of my favorite accents is from the Plague Dogs movie. Y'all probably should never watch Plague Dogs because it's very depressing, but there's a fox in that movie that has this really fast sort of Irish accent. Almost incomprehensible, I would say. Okay. I keep thinking Slakoth's arms are stripes on Slacking's back. Let's see. Ouch. Plague Dogs. Yeah, I've heard of it. It's very sad. I can't do sad. Accents are really hard for non-native English speakers. I can't do things that have despair and tragic endings. Folks in Japan have verbal tics rather than accents. And there's probably like basically it's a lot of like Gaelic languages have, it's less an accent and more just a regional variance, like in the way they talk. There's like a country in Scotland or something, or not a country in Scotland, a part of Scotland where people like the Scottish can't even understand them, and they kind of reference it in Brave, because there's that one boy who just every time he talks everyone like just looks at him funny. But if you like read the transcript of his dialogue, he's saying English words. They're just utterly incomprehensible the way he's speaking. My grandparents on my father's side, they're from a part of China where I cannot understand anything they say because of the way they pronounce the words. They still speak Mandarin. It's just completely different from the kind of Mandarin they speak in Beijing, which is where my mom's from. I guess the normal Mandarin or whatever you would call it. The kind you get in a can. I've always wanted to try and pick up a language. I'm absolutely the worst at learning languages. So I don't know why I have this urge to try and learn. But like I have a lot of friends in Mexico, so I always wanted to learn Spanish. I took
3 years of Spanish in high school. Didn't learn a lick of it. But I also wasn't that interested in it back then, you know? Back when Duolingo was like kind of a meme thing and everyone was using that, I kind of wanted to pick up that and like try Spanish. But my friend whose mom is Latina was like, no, don't do it. They only have the Spanish, the Spaniard Spanish, which is like really different. So since all my friends are in like Mexico and I want to learn Spanish so I can speak with them, I don't want to learn Spanish, Spain Spanish. Nothing wrong with Spain Spanish, it's just it's not the language I'm looking for, you know? And then I have a new friend whose family is part French, so he knows a little bit of French, probably as much as I know Chinese. So he's been like playing around with that, and I kind of wanted to maybe learn French, because French is a fun sounding language, I guess. But it's also very hard to pronounce, so I don't know.
Accent is just a regional way of talking. Everyone has accents, even the Japanese. Slakoth is a mood. I've gone back to the 2 members of the family have something going on, and then the third one's just lounging around or just there. Slakoth is just a limp noodle. Can't do things that have despair, yet you sat through my Danganronpa finale. But Polar, that was mostly hope. Ultimate hope. Try to watch Bluey. Can't decipher what they're saying. They're very understandable. I love Bluey. It's so cute. The Japanese dub of Yokai Watch, Koma-san and Komajiro say Zura at the end of each sentence. I can see why maybe in some Asiatic languages you would have less accents the way we think of them, because if you say a word wrong, it just means a completely different word, you know? Like, you have to say it with a certain stress and a certain like lilt to your voice. The sound has to go a certain way for it to actually mean that specific word. So I guess in that sense, if you had an accent, it would just be you saying the word wrong. Whereas in English, you can say a word any number of ways and it would still just mean the same thing. So you can have more variance in the accent. Went on a duel spree and just listening to the stream. I'm glad y'all are doing something and not just watching, because sometimes I need to catch up with the chat and then I'm just literally not doing anything on the screen. But yeah, bear with me since I'm soloing this project, you know? I'm here and I want to chat with y'all, but I also want to make sure progress marches forward. Because progress is progress, and progress must grow. Usually can't understand Australian English, but I understood Blue with no problem. Watched it all. I've only seen a couple of episodes of Bluey. I want to watch more of it. Gaelic languages are hell. Coming from someone who knows Irish Gaelic. Ouch. Canned Mandarin. I like eating oranges in a cup. Does that count? African American English is really weird. Ooh. Have you heard like some African languages that are literally just English, but like real like the pronunciation is so slanted it's hardly English anymore, and it's like considered a different language. I can't remember what it's called, but it was in was it in that Rwanda movie? I don't remember. I just remember seeing it in class one time on a video. Fruit cups are good. I like canned pineapples. Those are my favorite. I've been eating okay, I'm gonna move his hair so that it goes into Slakoth a little more, because right now it just sometimes you gotta be careful with your drawing that it doesn't feel like you're just like a thing is a certain way in order to avoid something else in the picture. I said that wrong, but you know what I'm saying? You know, you get what I'm trying to express. Anyway, so I've been putting my parents got these tubs of Greek yogurt, and nobody likes Greek yogurt, so they're like, you should eat this. And so I've been putting it's like plain flavored, so I've been putting vanilla extract, just a little bit, and sugar, like just white sugar, and mixing it together with some granola and canned fruit. So I'm basically making my own parfait. It's pretty good. It's a lot. Like, I'm trying to finish the tub, and it's a lot. But at least we're making through. We're making progress. No, Tails, why are you slandering me? Virus says, I just had my Russian language in Duolingo. Russian seems like a fun language. My Lipard, or Charon's Lipard in JVN is technically supposed to be kind of Russian for some reason. And like literally the only reason he's Russian is because in his in the first time he's in the comic, he's fighting Fire Dog, and he says the line, "Here I come, rodent." And in my head, that just sounded so Russian, like, "Here I come, rodent." Yeah, like that's how I read in my head. And so like from henceforth, he was a Russian cat. I don't know why. Like, the other cats... Actually... The only other cat is Percy's cat. And she hasn't spoken yet. So it's possible that all the cats, all the purloins are Russian. We don't know. I guess I will have to make a decision on that before she speaks. Before she makes any words, I need to decide how Russian she should be. And it started like small, like I'll have him say da instead of yeah, and I think he says "niet" at one point, which I don't know if that's Russian or German. Oh no, 9 is German. So yeah. And then now he's like straight up saying Russian words, like he calls the Percy's purloin the word for cat or kitten in Russian. I had to look that up. I don't like having characters speak full sentences in a language I don't know. I've had a couple of French Pokemon. The
the semi-pour, I think it was, in what's it called? The Striaton? Was it the Striaton gym? That semi-pour was French. And then Penelope, my Mencino, was French. And both times I had to get I had a reader who spoke French, so I asked her to like look over the sentences. One of them I think I didn't, and then she came to me afterwards like, the sentence doesn't make much sense. You might want to write it like this instead. I have one Pokemon that speaks Chinese, and Chinese is just such a different language from English that I decided to just straight up have the words be in Chinese. So like if you don't know Chinese, you just completely don't have any idea what he's saying. And I had my mom translate that for me. I think at one point she wasn't available, so I went to Google Translate, and then I like had her read it to me afterwards. Cause I can sort of understand Chinese, I just can't read or write any of it. I know like maybe 5 words, and they're probably all numbers.
I don't hate Spain and Spain's Spanish. It's just not what I was looking for. Don't tarnish my reputation. Virus says, I don't find problem with Spain Spanish. It's only weird in the sense that some use words that are considered fancy or weird. I also heard the grammar can be different. Zigzagoon says, does this sound like English to anyone? Pig Sheriff from Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack. Long ago, Aku ripped open a portal into... I haven't seen Samurai Jack in so long. I need to rewatch it and then like finish the series, because apparently they came back with like a final season. John says, if anyone uses vosotros in front of me, I look at them funny. Believe it or not, the pig is speaking English, but his vocabulary is very hard to decipher. Tails says, in fairness, if there was ever a Pokemon to have lounging around, it's this Pokemon. Yeah, you weren't here when we were reading the entry, but Slakoth's heart literally beats once a minute. It's like this Pokemon shouldn't be alive. He's just constantly like, if you know the feeling you get when you have like sleep paralysis and you're just trying to move but you can't. I feel like that's this Pokemon's whole life. I should post more of my doodles because I only show the things I finish, which is very rare. This is the first time I've drawn this year. You should. I've been doodling a lot in pen, and sometimes I put them on Instagram. I haven't posted anything this year on Instagram. I feel kind of bad. I should post some of my doodles. Virus says, when I was little in school, we learned to read and write vosotros like the normal pronoun. I think was common, at least here in Chile. Nobody uses that, and was weird to conjugate verbs with that. But we are used to Argentinians that use vos instead of tu. Leonard says, what? Everyone like Greek yogurt. Everyone! Ah! No, I don't. Zero, it's not my fault. You said you hate Spain. I don't! Stop it! Not my Lipard, Cheetor. Cheetor's Cybertronian. I don't know what that sounds like, but that sounds cool. Niet. Yeah, Russian. Hit. Is that how you write it? Is that how you spell it in Russian? Spain's Spanish is not that different than Latino Spanish. The only difference is they have a different sound for Z, C, and for S. I just feel like I'm too stupid to be able to like keep the difference in mind, you know? Like I'd rather just learn it properly in one or the other. Though, you know, I did take 3 years of Spanish in high school, and I do remember the teacher saying there wasn't a big difference either. It's just my friend told me that it was a big difference, so I don't know what to believe, honestly. If anything, Spaniards put more attention to spelling. Interesting. Then you probably wouldn't like Gilfy. That Dartrick speaks pretty fluent Julian. I don't know what that is. You can always go to Google Translate and type something in Russian and have your characters use it as an expression. Really? Something in French. Brother Noodle! Yeah, H sound like N in Russian.
I didn't know that. You learn something new every day. I see a lot of Russian like text because one of the artists that work with us at our shop is Russian, and his whole thing is like using Russian propaganda in modern modern iconography. Like if you think of the Macy's star, right? He'll take that red star and then make it all like the communist star or whatever. And then he has Starbucks, and then he has it made out of wood in the logo, and instead of Starbucks it's like Stalin Bucks, and it has Stalin's face in it. And it's a lot of that kind of stuff. And his name is Mark Kellner, if you want to check his stuff out. But he's really conceptual in that way. He does a lot of that kind of stuff. And it's pretty interesting. He's definitely one of those artists that I look at their stuff and it's like I don't really get it, but if you can get him to talk about it, he is so into it, and it makes me into it. I think if you're a conceptual artist, you definitely need to have, you know, an artist statement with your piece. Don't give me something conceptual and then make it named like Untitled or like not talk about it. My whole problem in art school was I never knew how to talk about my art. It's hard. You know, like in drawing class, we had to put our stuff up, and then we had to stand up next to it and explain what the concept was before we get our critique. And then like even if I, you know, knew what the concept was, it's just hard to put into words. And then half the time I didn't really have a concept. It was just this is what looked good, I guess. So I really admire people who can just like, oh, tell me about your stuff. What do you do? And then they like have they just go, you know? It's like, oh, well, boom, go time. You know, if you sat me down for an interview and you're like, what do you do? Like, I don't know if I would be able to give you the elevator pitch for Jet's Black Nuzlocke. I probably have to talk about Nuzlocke first of all. Depending on what crowd I'm talking to. If it's a Nuzlocke crowd already, then it's like, I don't know. It's like, what about it do I sell? Okay. Bunny ears. Maybe these are his ears. Have you thought about that? Who was it earlier who was like, oh, I think it was Ratskull, but someone earlier was like, have you thought about how Vigoroth is the only one with ears? Well, what if these little bunny ears are actual bunny ears?
It's way easier than I expected. Besides being not a romantic or geometric language like the ones I already manage, Spanish and English. Hammer and sickle. Propaganda art is unsettling.
His is fun though. It's making fun of propaganda. You know? It's all about making fun of the absurdity of propaganda and how we are technically surrounded all day long with propaganda. Just not the political kind. It's more like the commercial kind. He has a sense of humor to it. There's a sense of like, how do you say? It's like dark, but it's funny dark. Dark comedy, I guess.
We had to do propaganda posters for a history class in high school once. I did the Lusitania. I don't remember what that is. It sounds familiar to me, but I didn't pay much attention in history class. Russian uses like half the same letters as the Latin alphabet, but the other half look the same but sound completely different or are weird. But you make phrases joining to words and that's all. Spanish feels too specific, like adding articles and adverbs to speak correctly. Yeah, like you have to conjugate it and stuff. A sunken ship. I remember having to do a political cartoon as a school project once. That was fun. Okay. So do you not have to conjugate in Russian? You just put words together for the meaning? I don't know why I don't like that eye. I don't know what to do with it. Let me try it again. Don't know why I don't like this eye. Follow my sketch a little closer this time, maybe. Maybe I had the right idea the first time. Sometimes when I'm drawing over the sketch, I'm trying to fix it while I go. But then other times it's like, maybe I'm just messing up what doesn't need to be fixed. Maybe it's fine the way it is. I want him to be silly. I don't want him to like really have a come hither look. that would be a little weird, I think. I think daylight savings is coming up soon. I don't know when it is, but I feel it in my bones, and I'm scared. Because lately I've been going to sleep at 12
and getting up at 7:30, and it's like I feel like I'm getting enough sleep because I tend to wake up a little before my alarm clock. But then once I'm awake, I can't get out of bed. It's just like I'm just in bed. Like what I do is at 7:30 my alarm goes off, and so I get up, I get my clothes on, and then I go right back under my covers because the effort of being vertical is just so difficult, and it's usually pretty cold. So I want to, like, you know, my new clothes are cold, so I get back under the covers to warm them up, and then I just lie there until 8 o'clock, at which case I have to get up so that I can get to work on time. Like, as long as I'm out the door by 8:10, 8:15 maybe, if I'm like running a little late, I'm usually fine. But as it is now, I'm doing great. I don't know what's gonna happen once 7:30 becomes 8:30 and I have to get up a whole hour earlier than that. I'm scared. And then I'm gonna get rats soon, so I'm gonna have to get up even earlier, or like at least be awake earlier, so I can, like, you know, in the morning I have to go through their cage and like spot clean their poop and stuff. I can't just, you know, not take care of them. I have to change the water and like clean the cage a little and make sure they have food before I go to work. So I can't just like go back and lie in bed for who knows how long until I have to run out the door. Like, am I gonna be able to survive the changing times? I still have not changed the, so I use my phone as my alarm clock. So my actual alarm clock is still, it hasn't been changed yet. It's still in Eastern Standard Time instead of Eastern, what is it, the other time. Basically, it still shows what it was before, so I can tell what time it's supposed to be. So when I wake up at 7:30, you know, I don't feel so proud of myself because I know deep down in my heart that it's actually just 8:30, and like I'm basically cheating because daylight savings let me turn the clock. But someday it's gonna come back and the lie will be pulled away, and my true self will be revealed to the world as someone who can't get up earlier than 8:30. Maybe that's just me. but this is basically how I feel. Good night, Watcher Zigzagoon. Thanks for hanging out with us. Let me catch up with the chat. The Lusitania was a ship that was sunk by German U-boat in 1915. Oh, politics, they are a mess. Politics, they are a mess. Art Nouveau animator Winsor McKay did a short movie about the Lusitania. It's gorgeous. Excuse me. I'm burpy today. Very little conjugation, but I'm just learning.
Learning languages is fun. In any case is really useful to be real good at your own language. Yeah, I'm still not that good at English. I should probably get better at my own language before I have dreams of dual lingualism. Watcher says, okay, I'm going to name a Pokemon's inspiration. And you guys have to guess the Pokemon in question. Ready? Go. Baku. Muna. Or Musharna. Who doesn't struggle with getting up in the morning? Mood 0, big mood. Oh, Drowsy, okay. Anyway, the answer is Drowsy. Virus says, I always remember, for example, studying for our test that's like the Chilean SAT, and learning the word futile, and in English is the same as futile, but futile is never used in common conversation. The most common word used is inútil. I have no idea how to pronounce that U with the little ng on it, like unuseful. But it was good to know that learning English. I'm printing a The Effort to Remain Vertical t-shirt. The Effort to Remain Vertical t-shirt. Put that on a t-shirt. I have to feed the cat before I go to work. Or Spanish molestar and the English molest is supposed to mean the same, but are used in totally different contexts. Speaking of work, I remember learning that in Spanish class and thinking it was really funny. You know, back then, words like molest and the R word were funny. You know, we didn't have the context for how serious those issues could be, so we were like, jokes. Speaking of work, it's time for me to go to bed. Use my old phone for my alarm clock too. In fact, here's my alarm. Oh my goodness. In any case, good night. Good night, Watcher Zigzagoon. Have a rotten day. I think I want this leg to go higher. I don't know how. I want to make it up a little without it being weird. I used to have the alarm sound. I think in the iPhone it's literally called alarm, but it's the one that goes like a fire alarm or some kind of war cry. I don't know. So yeah, I've had that for a long time. And then I changed it to some kind of like upbeat music. This whole time thinking like it has to be something loud and obnoxious to get me up. But lately I've actually been using a really gentle sound. It like starts really soft and then it like slowly builds into this gentle music. And it wakes me up. Like, I guess I'm not a deep sleeper, or maybe I'm out of my REM cycle or something. I don't know what the science is. But, yeah, like, despite how soft it starts, it does wake me up pretty much right away. But because it starts soft, it, like, I'm able to just slowly come out of sleep and kind of get my bearings, and it's not obnoxious to let play for a little bit before I have to turn it off, you know? And it's been nice. I don't understand why I've been waking up before the alarm,
on some days. It doesn't happen all the time. But I will, like, maybe I'm just overly stressed. I think sometimes, stress will get me out of bed. Let me put it this way. I've never overslept for an airplane flight. If I have to get on a flight for somewhere, I don't know how to do his mouth. I don't really like how I drew it so far. Yeah, but I've always gotten up like super early, even if it's a super early flight and I have to wake up at 5 a.m. I'm out of bed. I'm up and I'm ready, and I'm ready to go. I think the anxiety will wake me up. The anticipation, I should say. I don't know if I have anxiety necessarily. I mean, I do, but not as like a mental condition. I'm just as anxious as any human gets when things are on their mind, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I have something. I don't know. But thinking I have to have something done will wake me up because I'm like thinking about doing it. And I think lately I've just been like stressed because I'm thinking about having rats and I don't have them. And there's literally nothing I can do to make it happen faster. I just can't stop, thinking about it. Not being able to do anything about it is like, I don't know if it's stress or if it's just, something else. But, it makes me worried. About how things are gonna change once I have them, As for now, I am trying to change my sleep schedule. I'm trying to go to sleep at 11 o'clock. Technically, I don't have to until 11:30, but seeing as how when I say it's time to go to bed, I'm usually, checking my phone for another 15 minutes to half an hour, or just like, looking for my hairbrush or whatever. So I'm trying to make it so that I'm heading towards bed at 11. Which is kind of early for me. I usually think of 12 as being bedtime. So we'll see how it works, because my friend said 12 to 7:30 isn't actually enough sleep. So we'll see if that gives me more energy. I haven't had much energy to draw my comic. I think part of that is my fault for like constantly going to the store, for one. Last week I went to the store, like I went to 2 different stores looking for storage bins to put on the top shelf of the rat cage so that it can catch bedding that is up there. Because I'm using loose bedding, and I need something to keep it from falling off the top shelf. And then I bought one of those flat ones that go under your bed, and I tried to use it, and it was too small. It was like it left so much space on the edges that I didn't like it. So then I went back to the store the next day to return it, and I bought some. I went to another store, the hardware store, to buy what you would call it, Coroplast. It's basically like corrugated plastic. You see it on roads, like yard signs and stuff. So I got some of that, and then oh, hi Dungle, thanks for the follow. Sorry, I'm just complaining about my week last week while I draw these monkeys. But so I bought that, and I basically just needed to build a shelf myself. So that night I was like, frustrated that I couldn't just go and build it. Then I had to wait till I go to work because I have like more space there, and a cutting mat. So then the next morning I do that. So I use all my energy to build the thing in that morning, and should this one go like that maybe? I feel like there should be one more right here, but there's no more paper. So I'm thinking like there's one just for the binder, the paper. Anyway, should I maybe have something for Slakoth and Slaking to actually lie on? Yeah, let's give them some, I don't know what it is, hay, maybe just grass. In any case, I just kept going to the store. I think afterwards I like went to Walmart to get baby food because I'm like, oh, my rats need baby food. It's just a lot of stuff that I don't need to be doing right now, but like I'm doing anyways. And then I come home after like going to all these stores and doing all this stuff during the day, and I have no energy to draw. And then even if I do find some energy to draw, I like open the document, and I'm met with just it's Getzes and Alder and Hydreigon and Zekrom and all these difficult to draw characters and Pokemon, and I'm like, why? No, I don't want to draw you. And it further like makes me not. So yeah, it is almost half the month over. I will need to start just punching out these pages. I have a couple left to line, and then I need to start doing the coloring and background and stuff. So gotta suck it up. Such is the life. If I was smart, I would be working. I would have finished this last month instead of just not doing anything, and then like be working on next month's next month's episode. To give me a head start, since next month I will be probably busy getting my rats sorted. Like welcome home and stuff, and spending time with them. But nope, haven't been working ahead as much. I have maybe like half a sketch done for the next episode. I also fell a little behind this week on the Shield stream thread. If anyone is on the Nuzlocke forums, the official Nuzlocke forums, I have a thread there for the shield run where I've been posting little oh, I forgot about Slakoth's butt. His booty. His booty cheeks. Been posting drawings of my my team. There's not really a story for my team for this run. I just like imagining what they would look like if they were characters. There's his little booty. Sort my rats. I gotta sort the rats. Leonard says, I could never use a gradual alarm. I can't wake up with the normal ones. I've also stopped hitting snooze is one thing that I've done. I've stopped hitting snooze and just like turning off. Or if I use snooze, if I do use snooze, I set it to like a long time. Like half an hour or so. Which isn't really a snooze. It's more like having 2 alarms. But I try to have less alarms and try not to hit snooze because I find I don't get any rest with snooze. And so my second alarm isn't really a snooze button. It's more like, this is your last warning. If you don't get up on this sound, you're going to be late. So I have no excuse not to get up, you know? Okay, let's throw in... We're low on time now. We got half an hour. Let's just throw in some color and see what we got. So his claws are said to be black. So let's make them a really dark blue. Make his nose red, his jaw is brown, as are his eye circles and his stripes. Let's make his toesies blue, and then white for everything else. Alright. Next is Slakoth. What color is this? I think it's a warmer brown for the stripes on the... Oops. Stripes on the back. Why did you not... There we go. Pink. Oh, brown for the eyes. No. No, that's wrong. Let me get my black. I need a... I don't want the mouth to meet the eye spot. It's a wobbly line. It's a real wobbly line. There you go. A little bit better. Hopefully when I color it, it won't stand out very much. Okay, and then pink. We need some pink. Let's take that. Let's make it pink. Like a fleshy pink. The butt. Paw pads. And let's take this color, make it really, really light. Oopsies. Oops, not that kind of light. Closer. I like it. The white for the claws. Just put those in. And, just make the inside of the mouth that color too. Why not? Why not? Alright, big guy. You get a pink nose. And that's it. White. Where is the opening? It's open somewhere. Here it is. No, still open somewhere. Here it is. Ah! I'm just trying to find all the gaps. And as long as I can block in the gaps, it will let me color the whole thing in one go. Sometimes the gaps are just too small to see. Don't think there's any in there, but I might as well go around the perimeter just in case. Because it is coloring the hand, which makes me think it is close to the hand. Is it still... There we go. There we go. And his fang too. Because he's got pearly whites. What color is he be? Okay, let's try to cover that. Not bad. I think that's a pretty good color pick. And then his flesh should be a little pinker and a little lighter than Slakoth. Let's see if that looks good. No, it should be a little orangier. There we go. That's what I like to see. Oh, he doesn't have... Does he not have nails? Does he not have fingernails? Did I just accidentally give him fingernails for no reason? Looks kind of weird without nails. Let's color those brown. He kind of looks like... You know what he looks like? He looks like that old monkey from Tarzan 2. Not 2. Tarzan 3. The one where he's like a kid and then he like meets that old monkey and they become friends or whatever at the end. Hi, Mouse. How you doing? Went from doodles to drawing my PMDOCs being lovey-dovey. Aw, that's cute, Bronze. Wake me up inside. Also that link is for Zero's thread for the Swish Nuzlocke. Oh, thank you, Tails. Hi, Mouse. Love this composition. Draw me like one of your French Pokemon. Draw me like one of those Kalos Pokemon. I didn't respond on your comment on Instagram to not sound mean, but when you commented that the steampunk furry from my card game looked like you, I thought, well, another proof you are. That's not what I meant. But did you work more on your card game, Virus? Oh, Mouse has been here. Yay! Thanks for saying hi! I love having anyone on the watching the stream. You don't have to speak if you just want to, like, you know, hang out, but if you do talk, then I get to say hi, so it was always a good time when that happens. Let's color in the pencil. No, I want it to be brighter. And then let's make it this color. And then gray. And pink. And let's make the paper color tan. Let's say he's using tanned paper. I got myself some toned paper, and I've been meaning to try it out, but I just haven't. I don't know why. I sometimes get myself specialty art supplies, and then I'm like too scared to use it. Okay, so his butt looks a little misshapen because I didn't continue this curvature. I think that looks a little better. No, it still looks misshapen. I didn't want to do this, but I'm gonna have to zoom in on the butt. Is that better? I think that's better. That's more round. Those are more rounded. Oh, I forgot to color one little thing. There we go. And then, as for the ground, I do need to add some more over here. Gosh, I think I'm running out of time. Hit save. Quick update on my anime, which I've been watching, the Blood Blockade Battlefront, or I think in Japanese it's called Kensekai Yori. I might be remembering that wrong, but I looked it up. I think more people know it by its Japanese name. Episode 2 is pretty good. It's a lot more of a, like, something happening than the first episode. But then I found out that there's a dub. There's a dub. I don't know why, but it's been really hard to find the dub. And I finally figured out how to watch it. I basically had to sign up for a Funimation account, I think it was. I forget if it's Funimation or some other. I think it's Funimation. I signed up for a Funimation account, which is actually free to sign up. It just looks like you have to pay for it because, like when you go to sign up, it's like, sign up for an account. Here are all the plans, and it like shows you how much you have to pay for like different stuff. But then if you go all the way to the bottom, then it's like, or you can sign up for free. And so I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's what I wanted. So I signed up for a free account, and then I had to turn off ad block, and then it lets me watch it, and oh my goodness, it's so much easier to understand. Like I rewatched episode 1 and 2, and it makes so much more sense. So what I'm gonna do is, when me and my friend are watching it on Tuesday, I'm going to watch it in Japanese so that we can like see it together. Because basically he goes, ready, set, go, and then when he says go, we both like hit play at the same time. and if I have my ad block off, then I'm gonna be watching ads for like a long time while he's just zooming ahead. So that's no good. So I'm gonna watch it in Japanese together with him, and then I'll watch it again in English on my own, just so I can actually understand what's happening. But Tuesdays are my blood blockade days. Me and Mouse need to watch Noragami together. So Mouse, we need to find a day where we can watch Noragami. Don't hiss at me. I'm on that. Just today a friend played, so I'm making more changes, but it's going really good. Yay! Hiss Zero, you're supposed to watch anime with me. I've been watching with my other friend though. We like set this up ages ago. Not tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Let me see. Cause like I think if we can do it before 8:30, I think I can do it. Cause then Polar streams at 8:45, I think, or something. Polar, are you still around? When do you stream? So yeah, if we can do it before then, I'd be down. Do you know where we can watch it? Is there a dub for Noragami? I want to watch it in English. It used to be like, oh, well, I'll watch it either or, but like lately I feel like my reading comprehension has just gone down. I have to watch things in English now. It's my handicap. Let me see what the background color should be. Let's start. So most of these guys are yellowy with a touch of red. So let me try something. Maybe a maybe this kind of blue? Maybe less saturation on that blue. They are a normal type, and normal types are known for being dull. I'm just kidding. I like normal types. Great. Let me change the color of his feet. Darker. There we go. But yeah, I need to watch. I need to find time to watch more anime. Because I need to watch anime with Mouse, and I need to watch anime with my other friend who never has time for me anymore. So that's not, my problem. I'm just joking. But, yeah, he's really busy, so he never can find time to watch anime. And then as for Mouse, unfortunately, I'm the friend who can never find time. Okay, I need to throw some shading on this really quick. Is that too dark? That's better. Where do I want the shadows to be? Let me see.
Let me see here. Something like that. Maybe like that. And like there. Oops. I don't know about the arm. Right there. You should feel you have to make time for me because it's on a very rare occasion that I watch anime. That's true, Mouse. You have very low opinion on anime. I am honored to be able to watch anime with you. There's a dub, but the dub is blech. Oh, okay. I guess I will watch it in Japanese. Goku versus Jiren fight like it was a UFC fight. There's a dub, but the dub is blah. Same here. Even is a wait. Everyone has one. Hold on. I just technically saw on Tumblr someone commenting that it is impressive that in USA watching anime is still considered niche, while in Latin America it's very mainstream. Like everyone has watched Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, Saint Seiya, even if they don't like it, it's like The Simpsons or The Flintstones. That's really cool. Interesting. A lot of those older shows were kind of mainstream. It's just like anime. There's the popular anime, and then there's like the niche anime, I guess. And anime is just too risque sometimes for American sensibilities. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I'm just making that up. I did an essay one time while in school about Western animation versus Eastern animation when it comes to violence in animation, and I think my conclusion was something like Western animation is technically more violent but plays it off like a joke, whereas Eastern animation usually is more realistic with its depiction of violence. And I sourced Tom and Jerry versus like Princess Mononoke. Virus is like, what are you watching? Oh, Kirk picked up Noragami today too. Try the dub. He loves dubs, but even he couldn't handle it. Oof.
That's, yeah. I mean, but that's why I always try the dubs first. Because if it's a bad dub, I can tell because I speak English. And I know when, like, there's bad, you know, like it's just bad acting or whatever. Or if it's something that I can put up with. I can't tell if it's a bad if it's bad acting in Japanese because it's just Japanese to me. Which will always just sound fine. There are some times when I feel like I might be able to, like, oh, like, I don't enjoy a Japanese subbed voice, but that's usually pretty rare. But if it is a good dub, then I feel like I get a lot more out of it. Even if it's just a subpar dub. Even if it's just something I have to put up with, I feel like I always get more out of a dub than watching something in sub. Just because I don't speak the language, you know? And I would hate to... I'm the kind that if I watch something in Japanese first, I do not like it in English. And vice versa. If I watch it in English first, I usually won't like it as much in Japanese, though I won't, I don't recall an instance where it's, like, been a hard dislike. I'm sure there was an instance, I just can't recall it. So I'd rather give it a chance. I'd rather give the dub a chance, rather than just, like, go, well, no way am I ever gonna... Okay, I think... Oh, I gotta... Poor little Slakoth has gotten lost in the shadows, as it were. But, I'm currently watching Blood Blockade Battlefront with a friend. I wanted to watch, The Eccentric Family with another friend, but we just haven't ever found the time to do it together. And, Mouse and I want to watch Noragami, because the friend that I'm watching Blood Blockade with, we were actually going to watch Noragami. Isn't that funny? Like, literally, I think 3 weeks ago, Mouse, me and that other friend were looking up, places to watch Noragami together. And we couldn't really find one that was legal, so we switched to Blood Blockade. And then, like, 3 weeks later, you come along and you're like, I want to read my Noragami manga. And I'm like, well, that's interesting, because I was literally just eyeballing that anime. It's funny how the universe works sometimes. I still haven't watched Craig of the Creek. I really wanted to watch that series. It's a Cartoon Network thing. I think it's all on Cartoon Network's website. That was before we started watching Ladybug. Okay, guys. I think that's gonna do it for this image. Let me just add a little more shadow on Vigoroth over here. And then Someone put a Pokemon in the chat. Let's do put your favorite ugly Pokemon. One that's like, you ugly, but I still love you. And no Galar Pokemon, please. I haven't gotten very far in Galar yet, so I may not be able to do the one that you suggest. So Mouse, did you already start watching Noragami without me? Are you just watching it without me? Is that all I am to you? Replaceable? A few episodes. I'm glad you're happy to watch it again, though, because, oh, but yeah, I won't be able to watch, like, a whole ton at once. If you're, like, going a couple episodes, I can only do, like, one episode, like, a week. Otherwise, I'll never get my comic done, you know? You know what I'm saying, Mouse? Let's see. We need accurate data on the show, so we're rewatching it to collect numbers for our very important statistics. That sounds really fun. Virus is dropping links. Hold on, let me go back up. That's kind of the thing for Latin America. We don't have an anime boom. Anime was just always on TV. How did you guys get anime always on TV? Watch that later. It's a bit long. At least since the 70s. Love some Russian animation. That's why I'm learning it. Ooh, I feel that you connect more with it when it's your own language. Noragami! Have to watch it with you before she steals it. Hi yo, hope I didn't miss much. Craig is still going. It's super cute. Me and Kirk are still watching Ladybug again. We need accurate data on the show. Purugly, Credilly, Drudgegon, or Schnabel. Love Credilly. Say Trubbish, but now Trubbish is very cute. Credilly, amazing baby. Credilly is just a funky little lad. Yes, watched a few episodes. Have one really fun, annoying to use in battle. Friend hates it, says it's bad. Never. Where did your binging skills from Ladybug go? It went over the rainbow. That's the thing, Mouse. I hardly worked on my comic at all last month. That's where it went. It went into the world where I don't have responsibilities. and I can just sit and watch shows for long periods of time. But I have responsibilities now, Mouse. It's a new month, and I'm supposed to post something at the end of this month. So I'm afraid I can't spare that much time anymore. Maybe on the weekends, but okay, guys, that's our pick for today. Let me see what I can do about these requests. We got Purugly. We got Cradilly. We got Drudgegon. Snubble. Trubbish. That's a lot of Pokemon! So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna see if I can draw them, like, as simply as possible. Let's see how minimalist I can get these Pokemon, shall we? From memory, of course. Purugly, I think, is this shape. I think. And, Big Cat. Oh gosh. I don't remember. I think it has like a white fluffy thing that goes over the belly. And it like holds the belly. And then I think its face is white. I'm gonna give him yellow eyes. I don't know what Purugly looks like. I don't think I've ever drawn this Pokemon before. Oh no. I think I'm drawing a different Pokemon. I have a feeling. This is nothing like what it's supposed to look like. But this is the per ugly we're gonna get. I don't know why I colored that brown. Let me make that this color. There, it fits in a little better that way. I think that's the Litten. Hold on. I'll give him stripes. Give him stripes. And, okay, that's probably my best attempt. So, moving on. Moving on. Moving on. I said, moving on. Okay. But for real. But for real. Okay, moving on. That's nothing close, but that's all I got. It's closest thing I got to a per ugly. Next, Credilli. Okay, so my problem now is I don't remember which one is Credilli. It's either I think the Laleep is the purple one, so Credilli is the green one. I think those are the colors. So... I think this one's Credilli. And, my, what yellow eyes you have. I don't remember what Credilli looks like either. Oh gosh. What's with these Pokemon that I've never... Why did I ask for ugly Pokemon? I think he has spots? No, stripes? Racing stripes. I'm giving him racing stripes. Does that look right? Ah, gosh. And then, like something like that. I kind of know what Laleep looks like for some reason. But I've always liked Credilli more. So I don't know why I can remember what Laleep looks like more. I'm gonna give him tentacles. I'm giving him tentacles. I think he has tentacles. And then, I don't know. I don't know. There's some kind of pattern on him. I just don't remember what it looks like. There's some kind of pattern I don't remember, but
Is it not drawing? Oh. On the wrong layer.
I think I'm just drawing Shuckle. I think this is just Shuckle at this point. So moving on. Credilli. Okay. Drudgegon. I actually have some recent experience with Drudgegon. So let's see if I can be a little more on the money. Okay, that's the head. Okay. The body is... segmented like this. And then, arms like this. Let's make him more puppy-like. There we go. And, feet. Tail. Wings. Okay. Make it a little darker. Here's his other feet. Here's his other wings. And his other hands. And then I think oops. This color and then a little lighter, so it's got this color. And then some blue back. And something like this. I think he has some spikes. I'm gonna put 3 on his arm. 3 on his tail. I like 3s. Maybe 1 on his back. 1 on his... maybe 3 on his legs. Let's give him some claws. 3 claws. 3 is a good number for appendages. That's Drudgegon. I think this is the closest one. Okay. But moving on. Okay. What's next? Drudgegon. Okay. Snubble. Well, let's do Trubbish, because Nick's already had one, so... Skipping Snubble. It's Trubbish time. Trubbish is simple. So I should be able to get it right. Bunny ears. I don't know if Trubbish has legs, but I'm gonna give him legs. Let's make some poop green color. Yeah, Trubbish is adorable. There ain't nothing wrong with this Pokemon. And, let's make this just slightly darker. And, trash. There! It's Trubbish! No, never! What did you binging bah? You gonna draw Cradilly? Super chibbies. Everyone hates on Perugly and it makes me sad. It's a good chubby baby. Looks like Litten. Looks very grump. Oh, good baby. Zero for yourself. Noodle of doodle. Judge Gun not ugly. I said that. Someone had to. It has hands together. It's so cute. He's so cute. Painting Pokemon. Left to eat dinner. Now I'm back. Very close. The question is, would Jet use a Trubbish? Of course. Jet, like, Trubbish is essentially Jet's spirit animal. Let me look up these Pokemon real quick. Trubbish. Okay, it's more like that, I guess. And, I knew about this, I just forgot to put it in, but now that I see it, I realize it could go right like that. So... that's Trubbish. I think I got pretty close on that one. Next is Druddigon. Druddigon. Yeah, got that. Oh, pink spot on his shoulder. Forgot that. Other than that, everything else is there. So, I think, you know, pat on the back for me. Okay, let's see what Cradilly actually looks like. Cradilly. Oh my goodness. Okay. He does have tentacles. Alright? Like, I wasn't wrong. He does have tentacles, but they're up here. And they're pink. And then he's got like stripes there. And but I mean, like, look, it's nothing like it. Okay, moving on to the last one, which, what an embarrassment. I thought I at least knew what Perugly looked like. I mean, I've looked at it quite a lot, but Perugly. Okay, so what do we got here? We do have some hand stuff going up here. So I kind of had the notion that he had these things, but I didn't do it right. The head is this shape. I'm not wrong. But I missed a lot of details. So first of all, pink ears. Right? Cheeks. Eyelashes, which are kind of like eyebrows in this case, but let's see. And just everything else is just wrong, I guess. I can't really fix anything else because it's just completely at least I can turn those white. But yeah, okay. Well, that was my best attempt at some ugly Pokemon. And once again, the fruits of our labor today. Draw me like your French Pokemon. Let me catch up with chat real quick. Very close. The question is, would Jet use a Trubbish? Reminds me of Deku's costume. Sitch. Such a cute baby trash bag. Looks like a piranha plant. Got part of the drawing done, but I'm struggling drawing Luxray from the side, and we'll finish it tomorrow. Luxray is a pretty hard Pokemon. Close enough. Well, yeah. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with me tonight while I get another Pokemon family done. I'll try to think of something Sonic related to do next stream. I will have watched the movie, so I will be talking about it. So that's your warning for spoilers for the Sonic live action movie, I guess. Gonna be talking about some deep Sonic lore. Nah, I'm just kidding. I probably won't have much to talk about unless it's like, I hope there's something to talk about. If it's like really bad or surprisingly good, but we'll see. Don't forget to check out my stuff at zeroprostudio.com, and also I have a new rat blog called Rats. I think it's called Studio Rats on Tumblr. So if you want to check out what I've been getting into with getting stuff ready for my rats, please check that out. And until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I will catch you all next week. Adios, mi amigos. Ciao.